अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम है फ़हद मुर्तज़ा और मैं वापस इस्लामाबाद आ गया था और एक दिन मैंने रेस्ट किया। बल्कि रेस्ट तो नहीं किया, काम करता रहा, बहुत से काम पेंडिंग थे। और आज मैंने सोचा कि इस वेबसाइट का जो प्रॉब्लम आया था उसको फ़िक्स कर ही देते हैं। और मैं दिखाता हूँ कि प्रॉब्लम क्या है और फिर इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करते हैं। बाय द वे मैं जल्दी से चेक कर लूँ कि मेरी आवाज़ और तस्वीर और सब कुछ आप लोगों को आ रहा है, लेकिन इस वक़्त मेरे पास कोई तरीका नहीं है कोई ख़ास चेक करने का। चलो मैं अपने कंप्यूटर पे ही चेक कर लेता हूँ और फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं। बताइए जी कौन देख रहा है और कहाँ से देख रहा है और क्यों देख रहा है? मुझे तो रोज़ा लगा हुआ है आप लोगों को, आप लोगों को तो नहीं लगा हुआ, हैं? अच्छा। So we'll do this one in English, I guess, because a lot of people just ask me to do that. And yep, let me just see if my stream is live and you can hear me. Seems like it is. Like it is. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's get started, I guess. So the agenda for today is just getting my website fixed, which I deleted last week by mistake using RM and RF. If you don't know what RM RF is, we'll talk about it. It's just basically removing files recursively. So I deleted the whole directory. Everything is gone, but the only thing that was remaining was database. So I'm just trying to recover the whole website from the database. It's a WordPress website, so if you are a WordPress guy or girl, this is for you. If not, it might still be interesting for you if you're just trying to kill time before the breakfast. So let's just do that. Um, I'm gonna share my screen. As soon as you see my screen, let me know. And there we go. Okay. What I did is some semblance of something on the website. So I pushed this one, the Hooks Explorer. This is like a Hooks Explorer thing, which you can easily use. If you're a WordPress developer, you know exactly what I mean. If you're not, then it's okay. Don't worry about it. But if you're a WordPress guy, then you're watching it. So most probably this is this might be interesting for you. So as you can see, the website is not working. What I did is I just imported the database locally into my local environment, which is called Local by Flywheel. This is the software. I can give you more information about it. This is where you can go and get it. Local by Flywheel. And it's not showing any information as of now. Okay. It looks like it's also fasting. It's taking a little bit of time. So this is local. You can download it. It works on Windows, Mac, and Linux. So all kinds of software, all kinds of operating systems are supported. By the way, I opened the wrong website. I'm gonna open this one right here. So let's just close this one, open this one. Okay, as you can see, it's redirecting to fahadmurtaza.com, and I know why. So let's just open wp-admin. So this should open the local wp-admin, and what I'll be going to do is I'll be setting it up in a way that it just doesn't redirect. So it redirects because see this one, there is something in the database that is just letting it redirect, and I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix just that. So ideally, it shouldn't do that. Yeah, now it's not redirecting anymore. So as long as you're logged in. So if for some reason, if you're not logged in, just redirects to fahadmurtaza.com, and we'll see why it's happening. No, it's not happening anymore, which is good. Yeah. So that fixed it. Whatever change that I made, fixed it. And the way that I did it is if I open PHP Storm, I'll open this website's code in PHP Storm so you can see what I did. And then we can fix it. And ideally, during this live stream, we have about 1 hour to fix this. Ideally, during this live stream, I'll be pushing it live again on the server again, like the live website, fahadmurtaza.com. So yeah, okay. So I have to share the whole screen. You might not be able to see everything in here. Um, I'm just, I'm just a poor man to see out in a landslide. Okay, I'll be sharing my entire screen so you can see what I mean. So I've opened this one. I was working on this one over the weekend, and this one is finished. I already got the money for this one. So let's just open this particular one. This is called Fahad Murtaza latest. So the way that you can update local or any link, like override it so that WordPress can't change it on the backend. The way that you do it is you go to the wp-admin, and if you go into the settings, you'll see that you'll be able to edit a few things, which is the website link. But the way that I've done is I just didn't want to bother with the database, and I just updated WP home and WP site URL right here. So it overrides the settings in the database. So as you can see here, once I update these settings over there, if you go into general settings, you won't be able to update this because I have them here. And there's a reason for that, because the database itself didn't have the right information. So what I did is I just updated here and overridden everything that I needed to. And this was a quick way for me to fix it. Let's just go to the database and I'll show you what I mean. I'm opening Table Plus. It's not Table Plus literally. It's just another software called SQL Pro that I'm using, but it doesn't really work this way. I have to use this socket for connecting to that. So let's just connect to that using the socket right here. And I actually have it here, local Fahad, and I have it saved here. I just update it here, save changes, connect. I'm connected now. This is called local. And the way that you see it, what database is here, is being used here, you just go check DB name here in the wp-config file, and you know exactly which database is being used. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll go into the options database, options table, and fmdb, that's the database name. And then all the tables start with fmdb prefix. And then I have options, and in options, I should have this site URL. As you can see here, I just need to update it here. And I just wanted to, update it one place and take care of it for good. But what I can do is I can just update it here, and then we can be good to go. So I'm going to update it in the database right here. And then I'll also be updating it here like that. And that should hopefully take care of things. Yeah, that's good. It's safe now. Now refresh it here. Then what I'll do is I'll just comment this out. There's a reason for what I'm doing it, why I'm doing it. You will see now that it's editable. So now it's good. And I'll be exporting this website from local to the production environment. So that's why I've updated everything. So everything is in the database, and that can be replaced with a new link. If it was in wp-config, that would have been more tricky to update it. But in the database, we have tools that we can use to do it on the fly. You'll see what I mean. Okay, now I have recovered the website locally, as you can see, but you can see that articles don't have any images, and you'll know what I mean by once I click on it, you won't see any images in here. Even if the article has images, you won't see that here. So I'll show you what I mean. This one had like an image right here. It no longer is there because we lost all the images. What's the rmrf command? If you read about it, then you'll know what I mean. So rmrf means command. This is a Linux command. This essentially removes a directory. And if it's a directory, you just define rf, which recursively removes it. So that's what I did. And there is no recovery. On some operating systems, like some flavors of Linux, you have this recovery option, but on this one, no, I didn't have anything, nada. So yeah, I have it working now. So all I did was just imported the database from the live server as in the first video, and then like exported it and then imported it again locally, and that's how I recovered my website, at least like the content of it, so that I don't have to rebuild the whole website. Only the images need to be redone, and I've lost the images for good, so I have to like go to each article and then update these images one by one. We'll do it later on, but nothing to worry about right now. One thing that's not working at the moment is like different plugins that were added, because we just created a local website and we don't have any backup for plugins. So what I'll do is, and this can be done only once, so watch it with attention. Once I go to the plugins, it will show me all the plugins that were disabled because they don't exist any longer on the local website. So I'll update them and install them one by one. So let's just try that. See, now you see all the plugins that were added here, but now they don't exist. That's why once I clicked on it, the database checked all the plugins that are activated one by one. And since they were not available anymore, they were all disabled. So what I'm going to do is I'll just install them one by one and then activate them. So this is the list. If I refresh it, it will be gone and I'll forget exactly what I did. So what I'll do is I'll just go into the subline and I'll paste it here. So I just need to copy the names, advanced reCAPTCHA, and just install them one by one. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, now that I have the list saved here in the subline. Okay, there we go. We'll just install them one by one, like good old school way of doing things. Advanced no captcha, advanced no captcha reCAPTCHA. Let me just write advanced reCAPTCHA. And I'm not sure which one was that. So what I'm going to do is advanced captcha. I'll write it down. Captcha. So advanced captcha. Actually, you know what? I'll just Google it. That's how I will find the exact advanced reCAPTCHA captcha. So this is captcha for WP, the one that I was using. This is the one. So if you just put in the slug, that should be okay. The second plugin that I need to do is Cloudflare Flexible SSL. This only remembers the backend system that enables the plugins or disables them, only remembers the ones that are activated. The ones that were there in a part of the code, but not activated, they don't show up in this list. Once you delete all of them and then go to the plugins page. And if you don't know what I mean, you just can write it, like redo it on your own and you'll know what I mean. So this is the one. Now this is the next one. And I'm going to activate it. All of them one by one. Any comments in here? Any comments? Any comments? Muhammad Amir says, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam. So what about your site? What's the question here? What about your, and I have no idea how to close it. how to close the chat. What about your site files? How are you going to restore? There's no way for me to restore them. So what I'll do is I'll just recreate the images. I've already answered that. So I guess you, right, video is buffering. I can't do anything about it. I'll just re-upload it later on. Okay, now you have another question. Let me just see. I've got multiple bots sign up every day, so I want to add captcha. Is there yeah, that's the right way to avoid. As how to add Google Captcha without plugin? I mean, you'll just have to write the code on your own. So let me just hide your comment. And if the video is still buffering, I can't really do anything about it. If it's just too much, it's not allowing you to do enough, then that's a problem. Okay. Yeah, the buffering seems to be a problem. Okay. Um, can't really do anything about it. Let me close my extra software that I've opened. I'll close Slack. I'll close Spotify. I'll close Calendar. I'll close. Come on. Yeah, let's just close everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll disconnect this external monitor. Maybe that will help things out because it's trying to push too many pixels. And I'll just use this one. So give me a second before I can resume things the way they were. Yeah. So this is where I'm streaming, and I hope everything still works. Let me know if you can see my screen and the buffering has improved, even if a little bit. And I'll move my buffering thingy to here. Okay, now we are back and we'll just enable the captcha one again. Just use an existing plugin, you know? I mean, the plugins are not bad as long as you decisively make a choice of doing it right. So I'll just save it. Localhost is not supported. This is not, this is like my supported domains. If I add localhost, then it will also work. I can add it. Oh, you can. Oh, okay. So you want to add like this thing without plugins, right? So that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Just copy this code. Just copy this code and put it in your theme, and also add like these things below. Yeah. So that's how you do it. Just copy this code and put it on your website. Just put your key in here, and you're good to go with captcha without any plugin. So just copy it. I'll put the link in there. I'll put the link in the chat below so you can just check. Wa alaikum assalam. Wait, just put the link in here, and you can just copy this one and go there, copy that, paste it. You're good to go. I mean, you got to use a plugin now. If you even use it as like a widget or some sort of code snippet, then even then you have to use that snippet plugin. So it's up to you. It's up to you. I mean, your choice. But if you create this child theme, then you're good. I suggest you create a child theme and then use that one. Okay. So now what I need to do is go back to the plugins list and go to the third plugin and do this for all. I know it's boring, but yeah, that's the way it has to be. There's no better way of doing it. Maybe WP CLI, but that's faster, but it's okay. We don't have a lot of plugins anyway. So I'll just enable Contact Form 7. Then I'll go for Google Sitekit, which is a really good tool. So installing contact form 7, then activating it, and then moving on to the Google Site Kit, and then I'll go for all of them one by one. And since it's a local server, so it's taking a little bit of time to download and like setting them up. It's much faster on a live site because that's connected to the internet on a much faster internet, being a server. Okay, now we install this one, and we won't do any like fancy settings here because we are just gonna move to the live server. So I'll just put this all in play once we are on the live server, on the production. That is fahadmurtaza.com. This one right here is Fahad Murtaza latest.local, just to make a distinction for the people who are just joining. Okay, now activating, and then going back, GSM Force SSL. So the moral of the story is always create a latest backup. I do have like a Google Drive that I could put like daily backups on, but I was lazy and I didn't do it, and then I deleted my website by my own mistake. So who's to blame? But just me. Okay, so we did that. Mail in send in blue. Just search for that. If it doesn't exist like that, yeah, that's the one. Send in blue. And I can also check, like, go into the plugins and check the names. See GSM Force SSL Google site, and as soon as this one is done, I'll check if the path is this one, mail in send in blue.php, and as soon as it's installed, then it will start showing up there in the file, in the files, in this folder, particularly in the plugins. Chal ho ja bhai. Oh, this is like the digital equivalent of watching the paint dry. There we go. See? This is the one, send in blue. Now we are activating it. In the meanwhile, we'll just go and get the name for the second last plugin that we need to do. And this is like the WordPress SEO plugin, Yoast SEO, I guess. Is it the one? Yeah, I guess so. That's the one. No, is it all-in-one SEO? If I'm not mistaken, it was Yoast. Well, let's see. Let's see. Okay, we're just installing all the plugins, and then we are going to migrate onto the live site because it's been down for quite a while, and we'll do everything else just on the live server. You don't have to worry about many things. So installing, and then migration. And what plugins do you use for migration, if I may ask? And let's just take a few questions in the meanwhile. Let's just see if we install the right plugin. Google, what's the name of that plugin? SEO. No, this is not all in one. This must be the Yoast SEO. Yeah, I was not wrong, but I just wanted to try it. So I'll just remove all in one SEO, I guess. तू मेरा पुत्र छुट्टी कर. I just needed to use that somewhere. Okay. So just put instant SEO. This one is installing. Okay, I think we are done with, oh, this is built by my friend. I know this guy. Okay. He is awesome. He's a brilliant WordPress developer. He doesn't do WordPress so often, but he's good. He's from Singapore. Okay. Mr. Chan, Lester Chan. Okay. So let's just check for that plugin, WordPress SEO. That's the one. So I'll activate it, and we just need one more plugin before we can, migrate it to the live site. So now we're going to go back and go into the contact form. That should start working again. That's good. One more thing that I needed to check was these articles. And in these articles, we should have like on the last page some, some code that I shared, and that should show up like as a copy object. Yeah, that's the one. Let me show you if that works properly. See, all of these images are gone, which is kind of stupid. Uh, but yeah, what to do? This should have it. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We have the website working at least with the plugin. So we just migrate it using a plugin. And for the migration, I usually use this plugin called All-in-One WP Migration. So that's what I'm gonna use here as well. And I hope this is like a small installation, maybe a few MBs, I guess. All-in-One WP Migration, and this should do it. I'm going to use my quieter keyboard because this one is making a lot of noise, I guess. Okay, let's just install it, migrate it to the live website, and then I'm done for the day because I have to get some official work done, which I haven't done for the last 2 hours because my GitHub had a problem. Okay. चल जाओ मेरे भाई, चल जाओ. Okay. We are going to create this backup here, all-in-one WP migration. Okay, we're good, I guess. And we'll create an exported migration file, which is a WPress file, which will import into the live server. Okay, now it's just creating a backup. In the meanwhile, what we'll do is just go to the server and fix other things. And I'll also answer your questions. So what's any other questions? Any other questions? No? Nothing? Okay. Arhan, Imran, sir, when should I have to learn? I'll just end the screen sharing, and for some minutes, I'll be talking to you guys directly. So when should I have to learn DSA in JavaScript if I want to be a MERN stack developer? If you just want to be a MERN stack developer and you don't want to do, anything special, don't want to work for like, big companies, then just learning DSA for the sake of learning DSA might not be your thing, because you won't be really using them. But if you generally want to become a good software engineer with better understanding and better thought process, then learning data structures and algorithms is a good idea, because then you become a software engineer, not just a programmer who just knows how to use certain tools. You would be able to think from your own mind once you practice DSA and algorithms. So that's the point about it. But just for becoming a MERN stack developer using existing tools and techniques, you might not even need it. But yeah, don't take my word for it. Take my word for it, but take it with a pinch of salt. So that's that. Walaikum assalam. So we'll just see. I'll just see if the export worked. I'll just share my screen so you guys can also see what we did, and we'll just go back to the entire screen sharing. Okay, so see, this one is exported. We'll just download it to the desktop so we can import it to the live site. And we'll go to the live site and see what's going on in there. So bear with me. I'm just moving back to my own old website. So this is just giving too many redirects, and we'll see. We'll see what's going on. I hope that the wp-admin doesn't redirect. If it does, then we'll delete everything and we'll start from scratch. And that's, I think, yeah, that's what I think. It's a good idea. Let's just do that. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay. I'm just going to log into my server, and my server is on the host as a client area. I'll just log into this VPS and then we should be good to go. I'm just gonna terminal. Ah, there we have it. Yeah. So it's asking for password. I'll just put in the password, which is the root password that I have here, have saved here somewhere. So I'm gonna use that. Okay, we are logged in, and as you can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble focusing because I'm hungry. So are you guys, and that's why we are here, just killing time, you know. See the sites. Yeah, that's where the sites are. So that's where we have the websites. Okay, we go into the public underscore HTML. And we go list these things, or I remove things here. I remove a lot of things here. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just move WP Hooks Explorer, the zip file, into back to the subfolder. So now if I list it, you won't see them here. If you, yeah, you won't see it here. So I'll go out, I'll remove, that's what I did. That's what I did, by the way. I removed everything like that. And now you'll see that everything is gone except for the for the zip file that I moved outside. So I'll create a new directory called, and if you open the website now, you won't see anything. See, file not found. If you open fahadmurtaza.com, it won't happen. If you open the WordPress Hooks Explorer, you won't see anything. Actually, this is a cached. This is a cached one. Now it doesn't exist anymore. So public underscore HTML, public underscore HTML. And that's what I'll do. Oh, sorry. I created the wrong directory. This is supposed to be public underscore HTML. So now what I need to do is install WordPress in here. As you can see, this one, I'll just move the WP Hooks Explorer. Actually, what I'll do is I have this software called CyberDuck, and I can SSH into it, and then I'll move that and export that here. So let's just see. Actually, this is much faster. I'll move WP Hooks Explorer into public underscore HTML folder. There we go. Now we have this public underscore HTML folder. And now we zip, there is a zip file that we need to unzip for it to show up. So I'll just do that. And I have no idea which one is which. It's okay. I'll see. So this will allow me to SFTP into the server and manage things from there. So I'll go back to the sites folder and go into the fahadmurtaza.com folder, and then we'll fix everything. So where's the sites folder? I can't even see my screen anymore. मेरी आंखों के आगे अंधेरा आ रहा है भूख लगी है अच्छा so let's just oh didn't we delete this one? Let me just remove this one. See, I just Love doing RF on things. रोजा लगाओ ना तो सारे काम खराब करता है बंदा. Okay, now we deleted that, which is good. We should only have public underscore HTML. We'll just go into the public underscore HTML and we'll just go back here. Now refresh it here and it shouldn't show that. Yeah, everything seems to be good now. Now we export it here and we call expand archive. Okay, that's good. To list things here, there's an extra folder called Mac OS X, which I'll remove by using rmrf underscore Mac OS X. Okay, now we should have everything working. I'll remove this zip file because we don't really need it because there's a new version now. Or maybe just keep it, for the fun's sake. MV wp explorer.zip dot wp hooks explorer old.zip. Actually, let's call it version 3 because that's the one. Okay, now we list things and we should be good. So now this one should start working again. We are good. Now the main website will still not work because we don't have anything in here. So this is forbidden because you don't have anything in here. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly install WordPress in here. So I don't remember, I do have wp-CLI in here installed. WordPress. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Secure IAP log. I want to install using wp-CLI. So we'll just get the CLI version and we'll see if that needs any updates. Yeah, it doesn't want me to use the CLI as a sudo thing, but what I do is I'll just do it allow root. I'll just have to add this one. Okay. I don't need to do sudo because we sudo as we have. Yeah, this should work. I just need to allow root to do that, and they have a reason for doing that. There's a certain reason for that, but we won't talk about it. Okay, we just need to make a directory, which we already did. We just need to download WP core. There we go. Oh, okay. I need to do the allow root thing every single time. Okay, this should download the WordPress zip file, unarchive it, we'll just list it, and you can see that the files are created now. We'll just list them once more for you. See, all the files have been downloaded. Now I need to configure it. So we'll just do nano wp config. And by the way, I have to copy wp config file, which is config sample. Come on. Sample to wp-config.php. It's essentially just copying this file. Okay, now I'll just list it, and there is a wp-config.php file here somewhere. Yeah, there's it. There's his. So I'll just open it. I'll hide my screen so I can update that database name and username and password. And then we'll just reactivate the screen so you guys can also see what I did here. And then I'll import the database and import the local WordPress thing that we created, the backup, and we'll have everything working nice and dandy. Okay, now, okay, we'll see. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. Okay, there we go. So we just have to update the database name here, username and password here. So I'll stop sharing my screen and you will be only seeing me now. Okay, only 3 people are watching, so it's okay. Even if you see that, because I'll be changing things anyway. I don't really, I mean, I don't really do a live stream and then don't change the settings because I know it could be hacked. So I'm just updating at the moment, I'm just updating the database name, username, and password, which I can't really show you, but it's in the wp-config file. And that's why I've hidden the screen. Okay. So I even forgot the password for that. So I gotta see it myself. Just a moment. This is funny. SQL Pro. Okay. If you don't even remember your own password, then it's really hard for someone else to know that. Come on. There is no way for me to one. Okay, I know what the password is. Yes, I do. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. It's just my password being funny. I'm not able to connect to database, so I think I've forgotten the password for the database, so I need to reset that as well. But I think I know, so we'll see. We'll try a couple more and we'll see. So yes, I I'm not that bullet girl, or what would you call it? Okay, I just needed to try once more. So I'll share my screen once more, and now you guys can also see what I'm doing. So, and this is already installed. So what I'm going to do is I'll upgrade the WordPress database, log in. I hope that I remember the username and password. If I don't, then, oh, okay. So it's still redirecting. So you know what? What I'll do, I'll go into the wp-config file once more. I'll stop sharing. I'll just update something. I think I know what I'm doing. I think I do. Don't hold me accountable for that. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just changing my table prefix. So the old database tables are overwritten. Just do that. Okay. Now I'll share my screen once more. So you are also able to see what I'm doing. Okay. So you should be able to see my screen now. What I'm doing is I have this WordPress installation screen in front of me. Site title Fahad Murtaza. Username is, did I show you my username? That's okay. I'll just change it anyway. And this is my password. And I'll hide it. And I'll create a new password through the generator. This is temporary, so it's okay. And I'll add one more character to that so you don't know what I did. That's my email address, which I'll change anyway. I do. Okay. I'll just log in and everything should be working. I'll just do the settings, the password. I want to do HTTPS, and that's for a reason. And I hope that doesn't get back to that insecure, redirecting. So now we know what's causing this issue, the redirection thing. Yeah. So what we can do is, I guess we just need to open it in incognito. And I hope that incognito window is showing up, because usually the incognito windows are not shared on the live streams for some reason. Yeah, it's showing up. Okay. The video is buffering. I can't really do much about it. So, it's just the boring part that's remaining now, which is just yeah. So only the boring part is remaining, which is me uploading this to the live site and then making it active. But that's it. So can't really do much about the buffering. I have like 100 MB connection in Pakistan and it's still not working. Can't really do much about it. So we'll see you again. I'll just take the local website, install all-in-one WP migration, then import it, and that should start working. That's all there is to it. See you then. Goodbye.